Well, yeah, I literally got back from holiday a few days ago actually, but I'm back in the mood now and I've got a message to share. I was literally about to watch Legally Blonde 2, and then I was like, no, you know what? This needs to be spoke about. Someone needs to hear this. So, whoever you are, this is for you. I am literally going to be talking about briefly. I did record a video earlier on, but my I've been sat for hours since then, so just ignore that. But this is literally going to be about playing. If you play for a day and you activate your inner child, you listen to your intuition, you play for literally a day and listen to what comes up for you and ask yourself these questions. You and your life, your desires, your hearts, your literal heart's desires, everything is going to unfold. Because here's the thing, most people, as you guys know on this channel, most people will be listening to their head. They'll never be in their heart space. They'll always be in their head space. What should I do next? What should I eat for tea? Where should I go for lunch? Like, what should I buy next? Like, it's all like, what should I do, right? What should I do with my day? Like, what is my to-do list? What do I need to squeeze in this weekend? Because I've been putting it off for ages. Like, maybe the washing needs to be done. Like, I don't know, something like that, right? What should I be doing, right? And this is why everyone is so bored all the time. This is why no one's desires actually occur, because they're not on a high vibration. They're not connected to their inner child. Their inner child is pushed so deep down that they have almost put on this like fake persona of a person that's called an adult. And it's not even them. It's not even like their truest desires. And actually, this is one of the reasons why I'm considering changing my YouTube name to something that is more connected to my inner child, right? Because my inner child would call this channel this name instead of just Charlotte Marie. Like, that's just my name, right? I just thought, oh, what should I call this channel, right? I thought, what should I call this channel? Charlotte Marie, because that's my name, right? But like when I was younger, I always used to call myself Princess Charlotte, right? My first email was Princess Charlotte till it got hacked. And like I had it on my room and everything, and then I grew up and I stopped calling myself Princess Charlotte because I was like, well, that's a childish name, of course. As a teenager especially, I was like, oh, good job my email got hacked, because I don't want to tell people my email is Princess Charlotte, you know. But like that symbolizes such a powerful meaning to me, because that is literally the name that I used to call myself as a child. So asking yourself every single day, what do I feel like doing? Don't let your mind kick in and be like, oh, well, I should do this. Literally activating play. What do I feel like doing? Obviously, on a day where you're like more free, should we say? So, say like you've got in from work, or you've done your business, or it's the weekend, or something like that, right? Like me, for instance, this evening, like, what do I do with my evening, right? I could go and watch YouTube and everything, right? But I was actually just watching YouTube, and then I was like, I have a very niche field of creators. I literally watch like three at a push, four creators sometimes, and that is my small circle of creators. Those are the people that activate me and inspire me. And I was like, you know what, I need to do this video. As you can tell, I haven't even cleaned up. I was like, I need to go live, because this isn't work to me. This is me playing. This is me like grabbing my camera as a kid when I used to go on holiday, right? You guys, I just uploaded a Center Parks vlog from last week when I was away. That was me playing, right? I've been really activating this recently. It's nothing to do with my channel. It's just a vlog of me on holiday doing my cinematic shots. But the thing is, I used to do that as a child. I used to grab my flip camera. It was the coolest thing ever when I was like 14. It was like the first camera where you could see yourself, where the screen like flipped around, you know? And I was like, I used to take it with me everywhere, pretend I'm a vlogger. I'd be like, guys, look, this is the Eiffel Tower. Like, I'd be taking videos everywhere. I would do that all the time. I'd even make like stupid little movies of my crisps. Like, if you're in the UK, I don't know if they have them in America, but pom bears with the little bears, and I'd like make them go across the camera like dee, 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 dee. And then I'd crush them, and I'd like, me and my friend would create like these funny plays and stuff like that. That was me playing. So why the hell did I stop doing that? Right, you probably did silly shit like this when you was younger. Why did you stop doing it? Like, why did obviously you're not literally creating like a play with your food like I did, right? But there is a version of you right now that wants to do that, like a different version of that. You wanna do that still. Like, why did you stop doing it, right? There's so many things I stopped doing as a kid. I stopped dancing, in fact. You know, I don't know my AirPod is being used as a microphone right now because, like I said, I was watching YouTube, and then I got inspired to make this video. But like when I was younger, right, I used to do dancing, and I stopped doing dancing. My parents divorced. They couldn't afford it anymore, right? So I stopped doing dancing because it was expensive, you know, right? To them it was expensive, right? To me, I'd pay it now any days. But I stopped doing it and I stopped exerting that energy, and then that turned into me becoming like, I don't know, bored, going out with my friends and like, you know, probably hanging out in areas where they weren't as nice as what I hanged around with as a kid. And my parents were like, no, you don't hang around here anymore. And I was like, well, I've got nothing else to do. Now I'm an adult and I'm playing in my inner child more. I was like, I want to dance. I tried dancing in college. They cancelled the class. Literally, I wanted to take it as an A level. I did psychology, like a serious subject, right? I also did photography, because again I like videography and everything, and then I did like health and social care, right? And I wanted to do dance as like my fun subject, so I had 2 fun subjects, 2 academic subjects. They cancelled my dance class because there was literally about 3 of us that wanted to do that subject that year, so they were like, we can't do it for like 3 of you. So instead I went and did fashion design and textiles. I started making dresses, and I discovered that I was so good at like designing clothes, like stitching and coming up with like patterns and clothes, and like we made like corsets, we made skirts, we'd attach them together, we'd make it like frilly, you know, all of these cool things. I literally played for so long in college. For 2 years I literally like got so embedded in this fashion design. It was so fun that like when I went to go to uni to be a nurse, I got so bored because I'd chosen a subject, nursing, something that people wanted me to do, right? Something that I should do because there's good pay in nursing, apparently, even though in the end, apparently there wasn't good pay in nursing, and I don't think there's that good pay in nursing. Maybe it's good pay, right? But it's not worth the work that you have to do, essentially, right? So I was doing this subject that people told me to do because it was good pay, good work, good jobs, like you'll always get a job as a nurse. And honestly, guys, I was literally bored shitless. Like, I was so bored all the time. I was watching YouTube videos all the time of like Graham Stephan and like the $1 million man, $50 million man, something like that. I think it was $100 million man. That was the very first video that activated it for me, and I was like, well, if he can do it, because he went from nothing to everything, right? He was like, I think he said he lived in a trailer or something in America. Obviously, we don't have trailers in the UK, but he said he lived in a trailer, and I was like, listen, if this guy can go from basically homeless to owning this like hundreds of millions of dollars, like I can freaking do this. So like that was when I started to play again. And that was when I became the happiest person I've ever been. Was when I was in not college, university, and I realized that I had been not living in my highest potential. And then after then my grades went down. It was like a zoom, like a literal slippery slope. My grades went down, everything. It was just like whatever. And then I graduated, I passed and everything, but I was like, that's it, like I know I'm not going to be a nurse anymore, so I'm just going to go and do random stuff. I'm just going to play for a whole year. Oh my gosh. And what happened in this year? I literally created loads of businesses where I was doing fun stuff, right? It was kind of fun, but at the same time I wanted money, so it was like 50-50. Like it was good, but also it wasn't like heart aligned. But I was still playing all summer because I had so much time. Sorry, this is, wait a second. Okay, so I went and got a job as a real estate agent, okay, and then I quit it. Okay, so I got a job as a real estate agent because, like I said, got inspired by Graham Stephan. Again, following other people's footsteps here, which was a mistake because I don't want to do real estate now. I thought that that was the thing that was going to make me have a lifestyle where I could play all the time. It was a very masculine approach. And then I quit the job and had the year of playing, right? Okay, so that year I literally spent so much time with friends, chilling, manifesting every day. I was manifesting every single day. I do, you know, one day I want to create like a step-by-step course on what I did to manifest all of the stages, because I've manifested ever since I got into manifestation in 2019. In that year of me manifesting, I manifested not only quitting my job and getting going self-employed. I created a business on Etsy that started to do £20,000 a month in Q4 over Christmas. Then it died down afterwards, right? Because I physically couldn't hold that container. I went from earning like £1,300, which is about $1,700 every single month in my job as an estate agent, to earning £20,000 in revenue, not profit, revenue on my Etsy business. My container couldn't hold it. I was like, this is not gonna last. I'm doing something wrong here. I felt so bad because of like, I don't know, I was just making so much money and just like selling stuff. Like I was just reselling stuff essentially, which was kind of against Etsy's policies. So I was like, I just felt so bad all the time. I couldn't hold it. And then the business went downhill. Carried on playing that. I carried on playing that year. Then literally later on that year, after playing all summer, manifesting and everything, right? This was the year of the manifestation. Then I went and created an actual solid business around toys. Because I was playing in my inner child, I created a business around literal toys. Sorry, I don't know why there's a bit of long hair somewhere in my fringe, and it's like, oh my god, if you have a fringe, you'll understand. There's like random long bits and they just come down. So if you see me pushing it out the way and itching my nose, it's because something is itching me. So anyways, I literally started playing in my inner child that year. I got a hot tub. Was playing in the hot tub. I hang out with my friends at my house all the time. I even got like a garden swing, not like an actual children's swing, but like an adult swing, like the little chairs, right? I did so many things. I didn't even realize I was playing. But because I had so much time, I could enable myself to play. So then I let go of the resistance of trying to create a business, because I wanted one that was passive like my Etsy business, one where I couldn't hold the products. And then I started creating crazy kid videos on TikTok, and I ended up creating a toy business. That was so silly and stupid, and literally, like, not the business but the videos that I was creating, because I was playing in my child energy. I even, like, I would play with my voice. I'd be like, oh my god guys, like, literally that was me as a TikToker, right? When I started playing like that and just enjoying myself, and I would create TikTok videos like chucking the products in my hot tub, throwing them in my garden, dropping them out the window to see if they would break. Literally these videos, my most popular video got 13 million views, right? 13 million views, right? And one of the most popular videos actually literally got thousands of money in sales in one singular day from a TikTok video. And it was me, and it was a video saying like essentially like what would happen if I left this product in my car all day long in the sunshine. So it was like soft selling the product, but it was also me playing, and it was really silly, so it was super entertaining for people to watch. But also they was like subconsciously being sold this product because they were seeing it and I was showing them the product and everything, right? So it was the perfect way for me to make money and also play in my purpose, right, of just having fun. I had so much fun in that business until I started taking it seriously, which was the biggest mistake ever. But also I kind of realized that toys weren't really my passion or anything, like, hence why I'm here now. Don't do that anymore. But when I was manifesting and I was also playing, so acting on what I think was fun, how can I have more fun, how can I enjoy myself. I didn't even realize I was doing this, but now I know that I was scripting, coming up with scenarios of how I'd wake up in the morning, go downstairs, sit in the sunshine, go on my swing, like all of these things. I was scripting about this. And as soon as I let go of like it happening like ABC, it needs to be a passive business, I want it to be an online business, I want it to be like something serious that people would buy, like a problem solving business, like super in my head, super masculine kind of like ABC. And as soon as I let go of that and I started playing, this business was the first business. You know, I keep saying first business, but I had multiple businesses before that, hence the Etsy business and various other businesses I'm not even going to go into story with, but this toy business was the most successful business I had ever had, and it was when I was having the most fun and playing the most in my life, which went on to doing multiple six figures every single year. And that business was the most fun business that I've ever had, essentially. And then most people would probably say, oh my god, why would you get rid of a business that was so successful, like blah 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 blah. And this is where people's limiting beliefs come in, right? People think that you can't have fun. People think that it needs to be safe, that it needs to be secure, that it needs to be comfortable. They're like, oh, okay, well, if you've got a successful business and you're doing multiple six figures every single year, tens of thousands every single month, why would you get rid of like a business like that? Like, you should just suck it up and do it. In fact, this is an example. My stepdad said to me when I quit my business, when I quit my real estate job in the beginning to do Etsy, that Etsy required 1 to 2 hours every single day when it was doing well. He said, well, why don't you just do both? Why don't you do your 9 till 5 plus Etsy? Then you get more money. Then, like, you know, you get the most money. You just work harder, right? Like, work harder, you know? And I was like, this is not the way I want to live my life. First of all, if I put more effort into this Etsy business, it's going to do better. Second of all, I'm literally earning £1,000 a month from my 9 till 5 that takes 8 hours a day. When I'm earning £20,000 a month from my Etsy business, why the hell would I stay for the £1,000 a month business and not just take the loss of £1,000 a month and gain 8 hours a day? I was like, your mind just doesn't make sense to me. Like, this is the mindset of most people, though. They're like, work harder, work instead of work smarter. They're like, just work harder for more money. And I'm like, I don't need £21,000 a month. I want £20,000 a month. Like, it doesn't, you know. And he probably didn't understand because I never told them how much it was actually making, because my limiting beliefs back then were like, they'll treat me differently, which I understand was a massive limiting belief back then. By the way, if you guys join the live, you can ask questions and stuff like that. This will also get posted as a video afterwards, so if there's comments in the live, you can swipe right on the comments section so you can see the comments coming in as they come in live, if anyone does have any questions. So essentially, the second I started playing, the second the bigger business came in. The business where I was like, oh, let me just buy some products from eBay. This is how that business, the toy business, started. I started making stupid videos with toys because I was playing and just thought, let's just get views. It got views instantly. It will always work out instantly, by the way. When you're playing in your purpose, or let's say, because that wasn't my purpose, so I won't even say purpose, but when you're playing, it will happen instantly. The success will happen instantly. It doesn't mean what you're doing right now isn't the thing for you. It just might mean that you're not playing enough or you're not expressing yourself enough. So, for example, like, I had businesses that were really fun and I did enjoy. They might not be my purpose, but they didn't do well because they weren't they were kind of okay, right? They were not fun, but they also weren't my purpose, so they definitely didn't do well. The Etsy business was like level 2. It was fun, but it also wasn't my purpose. It wasn't like truly my inner child. So it did good, but it also didn't do very good because I couldn't hold the container. Then I had the toy business, and then that did really well because I was not only having fun and playing, but I also was living more in my inner child. So more in my purpose. Like, it wasn't quite my purpose, but it was more in my purpose. So then that did really well. So whatever you have in mind right now, whatever you're doing right now, right? This thing could still be successful for you, but you won't know that it's your purpose unless you fully let yourself go. Okay, there's the thing, right? You need to let yourself go. Like, literally, almost like shake yourself off physically and let yourself just be. Let yourself just do. Instead of trying, I'm going to try and bring up the comments on here because, yeah, I don't know how to do it actually. I'm going to have to Google myself. And as soon as you start playing, like, honestly, it's so simple. Like, I can't even believe I just can't even believe how, like, simple it is. But as soon as you start playing, and taking the inspired action, ask yourself, how can I have more fun in this business? And if you can't find yourself having more fun, if you physically just can't grasp the whole, like, I can't make this business fun, I can't make it enjoyable, it's too serious, then maybe it's not the business for you. But the second you can start integrating parts of your personality from when you was a child, then it will start having fun. Maybe you want to create, if it's a YouTube channel, go and create a second channel where you just mess around and talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you've got a business right now, create a fun business, right? This is going to be such a small, okay, I'm not going to use this as an example, but right, have you ever noticed how big companies will come out with a product that's like super structured and thought out for years, and it'll do good, right? It'll be all right. Then they come out with a second product that's just literally for the fun of it, just because they want to. That will always do the best. Right, this is going to be such a super specific example, but PlayStation. And I'm pointing to PlayStation because PlayStation. You can't even see it. But so you guys, if you have a PlayStation came out with PlayStation 5, right? And they came out with the game Astrobot at the same time. And this game was to demonstrate the PlayStation 5. This is what I understand from Aaron, so if it's not right, it's because I don't play PlayStation, okay? But this is what I've heard. They came out with a game called Astrobot, so you can play it and experience the PlayStation for the first time, playing with the remote, the vibrations and the controller. It was kind of like a game to show you all the controls and everything, right? And just for the funsies, they create like the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, all in this game that you can see just for the funsies, right? What do you think happened to Astrobot, right? Their game that they created for the fun of it did insane. And then what have they released right now? A real game of Astrobot 2 years later that has absolutely like broke the internet in terms of games. Like, it's done so well. And I also love it. And I can tell that they had fun doing that game because they didn't put any effort into it. They literally barely tried. They were like, yeah, let's just make the character like this, make him really cute, make it like this, do this. Like, they can just fly around, do whatever. Like, we'll put some old PlayStation merch in there. That is the game that did well for them. That's going to be like their mascot now. PlayStation is going to have this mascot of like Astrobot. It's kind of like as well like Nintendo, how it came out with Mario. Have they ever been able to replicate Mario since like whenever it came out in the 1900s, right? Have they ever been able to replicate Mario? No, because they probably came out with that in the very beginning when they were just literally playing around. They were like, yeah, we'll just create this character, it'll be this plumber guy. Like, have they ever been able to create Mario again? No. Disney, who are the originals, like Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, have they ever been able to, they've created a lot of characters, right? And yes, I would say that there is a lot of characters that come close to Minnie and Mickey Mouse, but you go to Disneyland today and people are still wearing Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse ears. Their very first characters. They have probably tried to replicate and create more characters since then, which they have done through all the movies, over and over and over again. Here we are, however long Minnie and Mickey Mouse, 50 years, 100 years, I don't know. How long have they been around for? Have they ever been able to replicate them? No, because they did that in the very beginning. They were just playing around. Now they're trying. Oh, let's create the next best movie, right? That's all the games and the movies want to do. Every game and new movie they come out with, they want to create the next best game, the next best movie. And it never works out because they're trying too hard. Okay, let me just read the comments. Sorry, Brandon, I just went on a little rampage there. Basically, having the identity and taking inspired action for the sake of it with no expectation of receiving anything. Just being it, not wishing for it. Exactly. You guys, this might be multiple things. Like, I don't just do YouTube right now. I do loads of other random stuff, right? Just my last vlog that I uploaded from my holiday, I loved cinematography, videography, stuff like that. I don't just sit in front of the camera, I also create videos. So, like, you know, I'll post videos on TikTok, editing them, I'll do other things. All of these things, you just do all of them. Like, I don't even care what you want to do. Just sit in front of a camera, Post YouTube videos, do TikTok videos, whatever you want to do, just do it for the fun of it. Don't expect anyone to watch. Don't expect any money to come from it. Do all of these things. Like I started going to dance classes at my local leisure centre. They do loads of classes. I'm never going to make money from yoga, right? But you know what? A different version of me would make money from yoga. I would go and be a yoga teacher. I would create yoga YouTube videos. There's a different millions of versions of me and millions of universes that would do these things. And you know, maybe one day I could create my own yoga channel if I wanted to, right? It's there. It's one of those things that's like playing to me. Going to my dance classes, going to my yoga classes, that's me playing. I go to the gym to hang out with my in-laws, right? That's me playing, right? There's so many, when you start actually doing what you just fancy doing instead of doing what you should do. Yes, still do what you should do, right? But actually do it disciplined. Because when you've done your inner work, you're more disciplined. So it's like you're not actually putting off the washing and all the housework to the weekend. So then you have to do it at the weekend because else you literally will get rats and your clothes will not be washed. You are not that person anymore because you've done your inner work. You're a more sufficient person. You wash up when you eat your food. So that's not there at the weekend anyway. So you don't have to catch up on yourselves, right? We're past the basic self-development stuff right now. We're at the point where now we need to actually start playing in our purpose. Playing to find our purpose, okay? We need to start playing to find the purpose. Playing to just do whatever you want to do for the fun of it, right? I bought Lego last year, right? Aaron built this, but we built these two together. This was like Wally and Eva, right? So I built his Wally, he built my Eva, right? This was us playing last year, right? Just recently, I bought colouring books because I saw on TikTok someone's doing like the adult colouring books with the pens and doing the shadows, the outlines. I started buying colouring books. I bought one for Aaron. He started colouring too, right? We all are just putting this effort in, like the both of us, to do more of these things that are like childlike, right? And I don't have to purposely say this to people like, oh, I'm just doing this because it's me playing. I don't even need to explain myself because people can just see the fun in it. I don't have to go on holiday with my friends and explain to them I'm going to take videos of everything because I'm going to do a cinematic video later on, because they just know it looks fun. Like, you make it look fun. And then maybe they try doing it and they can't do it. And then there's things that they want to do that I couldn't do, right? But you're giving people the permission to play. When we was on holiday, we did pottery painting, which is in the vlog that I just posted as well. Pottery painting, and I painted this pink bowl with hearts and bows on it and everything. I didn't go on Pinterest to, you know, actually I didn't go on Pinterest to look at designs. The old me would have done it. I'd have been like, let's make this bowl as pretty as possible. Let's get the most out of my 20 quid to make this bowl. I'm going to go on Pinterest, I'm going to look at all the cute designs and I'm going to like try and do the best, nicest, most aesthetic bowl. No, I was like, okay, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I think what I feel like it. I'm gonna paint them all pink because obviously like pink's my favorite color, so I'm gonna paint it pink. And then whatever I feel like doing, I'll just do it. So I sat on it a little bit, you know, I was at night thinking about it through my excitement. I wasn't thinking how am I gonna design the bowl. I was just lying there and I was like, oh, I can't wait to make this bowl tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna do it pink. And then I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cute if I did hearts on the bowl? Wouldn't it be cute if I did bows on the bowl? And then I was like, oh, you know what, maybe I'll do bows on the bowl. Then I got there and I just did it, right? And it turned out way better than all of the other ideas that I could have done, right? Whereas if you try to make it good, you're gonna be like, you're gonna be disappointed if you try, versus if you just do, right? Listening to your intuition for a day, like give yourself the weekend more than anything, rather than like a day, but give yourself the weekend to just sit there and just, what do I feel like doing right now? Because I asked myself it yesterday and it kept saying painting and I didn't take action on it. I instead watched a movie because I wanted to watch a movie, right? I like watching movies and like taking the energy from the characters that I love, like Legally Blonde, I love Elle Woods, and putting it on myself. Like that's the confidence. I would like some of that confidence, like putting it on me, right? So I watched that instead, and I don't know what painting is gonna do for me, but maybe I will take that action tonight and just play with it with me this week, guys. Play with me, with the intuition with me this week, and just sit down with yourself. What do I feel like doing right now? It might be the most random thing. I'm gonna have to go get my paints out now because my intuition is telling me to paint, right? Yes, my brain is gonna kick in and go, well, the paints are like stored away, I'm gonna go find them, blah 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 blah. But you know what, the last time I painted, because my intuition told me to, the paintbrush was right in my drawer with my knives and forks. How it got there, I don't know, but I thought I was gonna have to search for it for ages. But I'm telling you now, when it's a heart desire, it will work. It will be like you're in a parallel universe all of a sudden, and everything just becomes easy. Whereas when you try, it becomes hard. When you play and you don't try, everything is easy. I can guarantee my paints are right in the door for me right now. Just randomly. They should be at the back of the cupboard, stored away, covered in dust. But they won't be, because I chose, like, my intuition told me to play. And your intuition is a complete middle ground between your heart and your mind. So your intuition is already accounting for all the logical stuff, but it's also accounting for your heart. So there's this middle ground, like this 50 middle ground. So you don't have to worry about the logical side, the how. Your intuition knows. So you have to listen to it. And the best way to do that is just ask yourself, what do I feel like doing? How can I have more fun? Just do it randomly, even if you do it once a day until the weekend, because I understand it's like, what, Tuesday now? Until the weekend. And then once you've strengthened that intuition every single day until the weekend, I can guarantee by the weekend you're gonna have so much fun that weekend. You're just gonna do loads of random stuff that you haven't done since you was a child. Then come to me and Paid to Exist, and you will be already ready for the light work in there. You will already be ready to listen and work on your purpose and getting paid to exist. You will be already halfway there to playing and getting paid to play, getting paid to be you and do what you want to do for a living, right? You'll already be halfway there if you do that. But the trouble is, most people watching this, they won't go and do it. They'll go and watch another video and another video and another video. They'll be constantly in their mind trying to keep their attention span going, right? And those are the people that we don't attract to as subscribers. So hopefully you guys are all subscribers watching this right now. But that is what I want you to do. I'm gonna call it like your homework, but your play work. It's like play work, okay? So anyways, that's it for today's live. That was a quick message I wanted to give you, even though it wasn't very quick. And I hope it helped, and I will see you in the next live or video. I'm gonna post a video tomorrow, actually. So yeah, look out for that. Okay, have a lovely evening. Bye.